Hello and welcome to Unews. I'm Carolina Sarassa and thank you for being here with us. We begin today with new details regarding the coronavirus, travel restrictions and warnings, events being canceled, and cases being reported among sports and Hollywood personalities. Lorraine Cáceres has an overview of the situation in the U.S. right now. Latest state to declare a state of emergency, Oregon, like California and Washington, is also canceling events of more than 250 people. And we're learning a patient in Georgia has just died, bringing the total number of deaths in the U.S. to 39. Back to you, Carolina. We continue, and as we now face a global pandemic, the White House has taken additional steps to combat the outbreak. Most travel from Europe will not be suspended. The order goes into effect as soon as tomorrow. Andrea Linares has the details.
Congress is shutting the Capitol and all House and Senate office buildings to the public until April in reaction to the spread of the coronavirus. Lawmakers, aides, journalists, and official visitors will be allowed into these buildings. And the Senate also is canceling its recess next week to work on passing a package of measures to address coronavirus relief. Carolina, now back to you.
Thank you, Andrea, for that report. And many are saying Trump's Oval Office address from last night failed to reassure Americans and unify the country. Here to talk about the response is Chris Lu. He's a former senior White House aide under President Obama. Thank you for your time. Now, in Florida, Palm Beach County Fire Rescue says a passenger on a JetBlue flight from New York JFK Airport has been diagnosed with the coronavirus. The coronavirus patient yet. Tom Hanks announced it overnight. He and his wife, Rita Wilson, are both infected. They're currently in Australia. They were lucky to get tested on time. David Romo has the story. And several late-night talk shows are pulling their studio audiences over the coronavirus concerns. The latest announcement from the NBA, the league suspending its season until further notice. The news coming shortly after a game was postponed right before the tip-off because a Utah Jazz player tested positive. Today, they announced the second player has been diagnosed. Things appear to be moving in the same direction as multiple major conferences, including the SEC and ACC and the Big Ten, have canceled their men's basketball tournaments. Sacha Preto has more details. And NASCAR has announced races will go on as planned without fans. The National Hockey League is suspending its coronavirus pandemic is causing chaos around the globe. In Europe, the emergency continues to grow. In Italy, the Prime Minister issuing drastic new measures, saying every business except grocery stores, pharmacies, and banks must shut down. Rafael Rodriguez has the latest. Thank you, Rafa, for that report. Now, Cuba confirmed its first cases of the coronavirus on Wednesday. Officials summing up Asian Americans coming under fire. And welcome back. As the coronavirus threat continues to spread in the U.S., hospitals around the country are preparing, including one of the nation's top hospitals. Doctors there are ready to take on the outbreak with the use of state-of-the-art equipment. Tiffany Roberts has more. Now, hundreds of health workers are concerned that they don't have the necessary protection to fight coronavirus. Peggy Carranza has more from New Rochelle, where the state of New York is working nonstop to contain what the governor already called the largest cluster in the country.
The 1 mile containment area will be established until March 25th. In New Rochelle, Peggy Carranza, Unews.
Thank you, Peggy. Now, the coronavirus outbreak has stirred racism against people of Asian descent to the point that some Asian Americans say they don't feel safe anymore. As Paola Biden explained, some of them have even decided to arm themselves. Thank you, Paola. Now, turning to Washington as the House voted to reauthorize a key surveillance law. Hundreds arrested in a U.S. raid on Wednesday, targeting one of Mexico's most notorious drug cartels. The DEA says the operation was one of the largest concentrated actions against a single criminal organization in years. Lidia Cavazos has more. Up next, human remains found. Authorities in Tennessee have confirmed the identity of a child's body found last week. They say it belongs to Evelyn Boswell. The was reported missing in February. Maite Interiano has the details. A stepmother accused of killing her missing stepson appeared in a Colorado court on Wednesday. Now, two Florida teens were injured over the weekend when the Lexus they were using in a drag race went airborne and flipped. The neighbor's camera captured the wreck. Jorge Hernandez has that video. Coming up in Brazil, now in today's tech report, an out-of-this-world discovery. But first, new restrictions for those who sell hand sanitizer and also face masks online. Annabelle Sedano has more details. Annabelle.
Hi there, that's right, and we begin with this. Amazon has begun restricting the types of sellers on its third-party marketplace platform that can sell health and sanitation products like face masks, hand sanitizer, disinfecting wipes, and sprays, and alcohol, among other products, due to price gouging and the coronavirus fears. Amazon is also telling sellers that they can contact its seller support line if they feel they're being improperly targeted under the new policy. Moving on to this one, gamers, listen up. E3, the Electronic and Entertainment Expo, has canceled its biggest event in the U.S. because of the coronavirus outbreak. The annual conference was scheduled for June in Los Angeles, but organizers felt that pulling the plug was the best thing to do given all the concerns over the virus. The group is promising refunds to those who have already bought tickets. E3, we should say, is attended by the biggest gaming companies, which is where they usually reveal upcoming products. And finally, yes, let's talk about Earth and outer space, of course. Here's an out-of-the-world discovery. It turns out there's an ultra-hot exoplanet where iron rain could fall during the night. Astronomers found it orbiting a star in the Pisces constellation. It gets thousands of times the radiation than Earth gets from the sun. Researchers believe blazing temperatures turn molecules into atoms and metal into vapor, which then develops into iron vapor. Got all that? I hope you did. I'm Annabelle Sedano, and that was your daily dose of tech news. Have a good one, guys.
Thank you, Annabelle. Coming up next, President Trump is considering a delay for the April tax filing deadline. The goal, curbing the financial impact of the coronavirus on households and businesses. Meanwhile, we're also learning about an overhaul in tax forms. Michelle Jurado has those details. And coming up, a mysterious hero. And welcome back to Unews. An update now to a story we first told you about Wednesday. A Girl Scout mom who threw herself in front of a car to stop a suspect from stealing Girl Scout cookie money could see some of that money back. Yuri Murungi has the full story. She's right, a wonderful lesson. And speaking of Girl Scouts, today is National Guard for today, but we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for being with us. Hasta mañana y muchas gracias.